Hey, what's up? My name is Jesse Dow, and I am a top 100 influencer agent here at eXp Realty. I am a 5-year icon agent coming up on my number 6, and I've closed over 837 transactions right here at eXp Realty since I've started. I've also generated over $1.1 million in eXp revenue share, and I've also earned over $200,000 additionally in eXp stock through their culture program, which is really, really cool. This channel gives you elite, behind-the-scenes access to real numbers, real strategies at eXp Realty so you can make the best decisions for you and your family. Now, if you're a serious agent who wants multiple revenue streams and real growth, this is your channel, so consider subscribing. And today I'm going to be talking about who is the right agent at eXp, because I know that 39% of agents are actively looking for a new brokerage. Now, I'm going to put it out there. eXp Realty is not for everybody. However, the tagline is where the pros go to grow. And I'm just going to jump right in. I spent, my first 3 years in real estate, I hit 10 million, 10 million, 10 million. And I just was getting the same thing over and over and over. And I was doing the hard work. I was putting in the effort. I was generating the leads. I moved to eXp. My business went to 50 million. Then it went to 100 million. And onwards and upwards, and it was just lights out. And recently in 2024, we all know what happened, the NAR settlement lawsuit. Well, eXp Realty was recently the stock, and I'll share my screen really quick. And this is all going to make sense, and it's all going to tie together, so stay with me here. The eXp stock was recently just upgraded from neutral to a buy. And why was it upgraded? And it really cites a couple key different things in here, as it talks about eXp success in the strategies with bringing in high volume teams, solo producers, and how they are able to consistently just keep growing. And I personally believe that we are on the precipice of seeing a monumental shift of eXp's rapid growth like we saw during the COVID era. There's a lot of other Me Too brokerages out there, and they just can't compete because Glenn Sanford, the CEO, has told us multiple times that if you wanted to recreate eXp, you'd have to spend over $100 million. And we're seeing a lot of these brokerages out there suffer. A couple other things that it talks about is its emphasis on operational expenditure efficiency. This is huge. Glenn Sanford still owns 47% of the company, yet he's making smart investments into AI. Just 3 weeks ago, they were at the OpenAI conference for ChatGPT down in the Silicon Valley. And then a week ago, they were down at the Google AI conference, and they gave us some really good insights and some things that are coming on the horizon. So if you're into technology and innovation, all that stuff, eXp Realty is a fantastic place to be. But it also cited it's doubled international revenue year over year and its footprint into Peru and Turkey, which suggests that it's an agent-first model that transcends borders. And that's the real definition of what a cloud brokerage is you can throw it in anywhere and it just rinses and repeats. Now, there's a few other things that they talk about in here that I don't need to get into. But what's most important is that 39% of agents are considering moving brokerages. And it really comes down to the facts that agents are hitting a ceiling and they just have nowhere to go. And if that's the core of the deal. And that's like the agents that are 2 to 7 years in the business. And 90% of these agents are 2 to 7 year agents, and they just consistently hit their ceiling and they don't know where to go. And they may have moved once or twice or 3 times to a different brokerage, but it was probably a franchise model. And now they're looking for scalability. I've seen multiple agents time and time again come into eXp and, double their business, triple their business, 5x their business. Not only was eXp Realty the #1 brokerage in 2024 by Real Trends for like the 800th year in a row. Remember, numbers don't lie, people do. And they were for their top 250 teams, they ranked number 6 amongst all of these other brokerages. Look at that. Bigger than LPT, Fathom, Redfin, and Real Broker. Now, what's more impressive is this number, 91,000 units. These top 250 teams were up double digits in 2024. And the reason this matters for you and your business is because the fastest way to grow your business is surround yourself by producing agents, the people that have already paved the way. Remember, you're the sum of the 5 people you're around. And I'm willing to bet that if your business isn't growing, it's because the agents around you aren't pouring into you because they have no financial incentive. You see, eXp retains 50% of the company dollar and they give 50% back. And in 2024, with all of this in mind, eXp gave back to the agents $171 million in revenue share, which is cash in the bank account. And then on top of that, they also gave away stock awards, which is fantastic. So there's a lot of great things, and this all makes sense of why agents flock here. So if we look at the 4 things agents are looking for when choosing a new brokerage, is the number one thing is that agents, which more than half of agents cited this, is that agents are looking for higher quality leads and more referral opportunities. So how does eXp solve that? Very simply, let me show you. So if you look at these lead gen systems, we have our first up is our KV Core, which we have CRM of choice. So you can choose between Bold Trails, Close, and Lofty. 3 excellent options. You take a little survey. You can also watch a video right here and see which one is right for you and your business. And then you get that for 12 months for no additional cost. There's a lot of different lead generation platforms in the marketplace on KV Core. Now, if you're into having leads generated from your agency that you do pay an additional split on, then Revenos is exactly what you are looking for. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see all of these different lead generation sources. So we have relocation, eXp Affinity, the bundle select, making it rain, institutional investor services, express offers, REO, real estate owned, eXp military honors rewards. And we also have relocation. So you get your certification for each specific segment, and then you go into a hub, and eXp, when they need an agent in that marketplace for that specific thing, they give you the referral, and you just pay a referral fee based on that lead source. Now, I'm here to tell you, we are the single largest real estate brokerage on planet Earth. When you have that much power, big corporations want to do business with you. As we all know, Berkshire Hathaway has probably the biggest relocation referral program. And guess what Warren Buffett just did? He just announced he's resigning as the CEO of Berkshire, which in my opinion, that gives us the wide open lane to go in and get that referral business, because eXp is a single office and we don't have a franchise model, so everything's not fragmented. So it allows a very simple solution for companies wanting to work with one brokerage versus all these fragmented setups. Going back to other referral systems is MyLink, MyLead. This is super cool. So how many times do you miss a lead, or you give a referral off and you can't figure out whatever happened to that referral? Well, eXp is, if you get a referral, which there's a lot of different referral systems. There's lots of different workplace chat groups, Slack groups, for whether you're a bilingual agent, whether you're in a specific state, whether you have a special credential, and agents are in there all day long. Remember, there's over 60,000 US based agents. They're like, hey, I need a Spanish speaking agent out in Boise, Idaho. They can search me, and then they're like, okay, Jesse's the agent. They reach out to me. We have a quick conversation, and you just come in here, you click on the button, My Link, My Lead. Let's just say you gave me the referral, or I gave you the referral. I would put your information in the system here. Once you sign the referral agreement, it would shoot you that client's information, and that referral would track the lead all the way through closing, whether it was 1 month or 2 years out. I freaking love that, because I did over 100 referrals last year, and I use this system and I absolutely love it. So that is number 1. Going into the second reason why agents are considering moving brokerages and how eXp answers the bell with that is people are looking for stronger training. I am here to tell you the training at eXp is world class. Just go online and Google John Sheplack. Every single month, I am in the influencer group. So we have a group for the top attractors, and then we also have special groups for team leaders, solo agents, the list goes on. We get private trainings with John Sheplack. We get private trainings with Jared James. I mean, the list goes on here at eXp. So if I just click on eXp University, this is the trainings. This shows you we have over 50 to 80 live hours of weekly training, and we have a training path. So if you're a brand new agent, you just click on emerging agents. If you're a capping agent or an icon agent, you click on that and see what trainings are available. Teams, attractors, Spanish trainings, international, the list goes on. The thing I love about this, especially if you're a team lead, you can just plug your agents into FastCap. It's a 6-week program, and say you're a struggling agent, you just want to reset your business, or you just want to learn a new skill set. You take FastCap, and its promise is that you'll have over 6 contracts by the end of the 6 weeks if you do every task in the cohort. This has been completed by over 8,000 agents, and quite honestly, the success rate is great. Now, if you do the bare minimum, it's about 3 contracts per agent, and you can see that they do this in the morning, 10 a.m., and at 5 p.m. at night, and they also do this in Spanish. Now, capping and icon agents, if you're a solo agent doing over 4 million in production, you have your elite solo agent masterminds. And then we also have our icon programs and our eXp icon series. Now, these are classes and trainings that are led by icon agents like myself. Over 50 to 80 live trainings a week in the eXp world. And right here, you just click on calendar and you can come over here and check them out. Or all these trainings right here. Boom, 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 boom. Or you can come into the on-demand training and check out trainings that are in the playback stages. Now, I personally like live trainings, but here's another cool thing. Let's say you're an educator and you love teaching classes. Most of our classes are taught by top producing agents, icon agents, which is when you do hit your cap and do an additional 20 transactions on average. Let's just say you're not at that level, but you love teaching. Right here, you can come right here, submit your event. Once eXp approves it, they put you on the schedule to teach a class. Once again, we are an agent-centric brokerage that are teaching other agents. So I don't know about you, but this training program and platform is forward-facing. Anyone can see it. And like I said, if you're a capping and icon agent or you're a team, you just click on the button. And the teams, they have Team Mastery, Masterminds, which are every single month. We got Team Leader Academy, and then also Fast Cap, which I already discussed. So Team Leader Academy is really cool. And this is for agents that are aspiring team leads or team leads. So say you're a top producing agent and you're like, I'm kind of at this pivot in my life and I don't really know if team leading is for me. I will tell you, every top producing team and every team that's scaling up their business uses Team Leader Academy. It's a 32-week program. It's built on the EOS system, Entrepreneurial Operating Systems, and it teaches you how to really scale and grow your business like a true operator. I freaking love it. If you were to buy this outside of eXp, it's about 50 to 90 grand because each independent session is about 5 to 9K and you get 6 of them with this. However, Team Leader Academy here at eXp, because it's through our, our buying power, we get it for $2,500. So that's really cool. And on top of all that, we have weekly trainings inside of our own state groups, which is really exciting. So that way you're never missing a beat. Those are led by your brokers. Then they also have agent-led groups. And then they also do in-person regional rallies, eXp Con. We are on the forefront, I'm telling you, of training. In the eXp world is where all of this is held. So let's move on to number 3, the third reason most agents are moving, which is more favorable commissions. Now, is eXp's comp plan good for you? Well, it will let you be the judge, but I'm here to tell you that I've never had an agent complain to me about the cap structure because of the amount of value that you get. So what are the fees and the cap and the splits all in? I'm not going to hide any fees. There's no franchise fees. There's no desk fees. There's no hidden fees. So let's reveal exactly what you're paying for here. And I actually have a grid broken down by a solo agent that does 30 deals a year, and we'll show you exactly what that looks like. So eXp is an 80-20 split, $16,000 cap. So once you hit that cap, you're no longer paying into the splits. However, there is a $250 transaction fee, but once you hit your cap here at 16K, and every time you do your first annual year transaction, you get some stock. When you cap, you get some stock. And when you do hit your cap and pay $250 in additional fees, which 20 deals times 250 is 5K, you become an icon agent and get $16,000 in stock back. And then that cap fee drops down to $75. So there is a $149 startup fee here at eXp and an $85 a month cloud brokerage fee. So it's $149 to start up, and then monthly after that, it's $85. Per transaction fee is $25, and there's a $60 E&O transaction fee, caps at $750. Now, I'm going to break this down. I have a grid already built, and I'd love to show it with you guys to show you exactly what you're getting and all the things. So this is specifically for a solo agent, and if you want the standard team and eXp Mega Icon team, you can reach out to me. But this is on 30 deals on an 80-20 split, $15,000 commissions all the way down 30 transactions. So remember, you're paying an 80-20 split on your first $16,000 paid to eXp. So In this situation, it would take 6 deals to hit your cap. And remember, your first transaction every year, you get $200 in stock. And when you attract an agent and they do their first deal, they also get 200, but you as their sponsor, you get $400 in eXp stock. So if you bring on 50 people or say 100 and all 100 agents sell their first home, you're going to get 100, $400 stock options, which is great, right? That's a lot of money in stock. I told you at the intro, I've got over $200,000 in eXp stock, and this is part of the way I've done it. When you cap, you also get $400 in eXp stock. Now, remember what I said is your E&O caps at $750. So in this model, 13 deals, you hit your cap on E&O. In 6 deals, you hit your cap on your eXp cap, right? $16,000. You'll see right here, 16,000. E&O caps at $750. And then you go, after you hit your cap, you're then paying a $250 transactional fee. And you're always paying the $250 broker review fee, which you can always pass that on to your client if that's what you want to do. And then your E&O. So let's cruise down here on 30 transactions total. And this agent would actually hit Icon at deal 26. So that's hitting your cap and doing $5,000 in transactional fees, which is 20 additional deals. This agent would have done it at deal number 26, $16,000 back in eXp stock. So just by doing their job, 16,000 here, 4,100 here, and 200 here. Now this stock comes in 3 phases. The first phase is you get $8,000 back immediately. That's for hitting the award. And then you earn $4,000 by participating in the Icon programs. That's either speaking on a panel 4 times, teaching a class, going to a rally and presenting in front of your peers. There's a few different ways. So that's 4,000. And then to get the remaining 4,000, you just have to either go to eXpCon or a local regional rally, and then you get all of your 16K back. I've done this 5 years now. I'm on my 6th. I just hit my 6th stock. I just haven't got the award yet, but this is what it looks like. They send you these stock awards. It's changed twice, so this is the second rendition. I have tons of those. And then, so let's just see what it looks like all in. So on a solo agent, 450,000 GCI, 16,000 in split, 5,300 in post cap fees, broker review fees at $750 on 30 deals, and E&O $750. So eXp's take was $22,800. Cost per deal $760. If you're just wanting to know how much it costs you to do a transaction, 30 deals, $760. Obviously, the more you do, the lower the cost per deal. Now, eXp granted us $16,600 in stock for this calendar year by hitting Icon. This is my model. Stock plus commissions is valued at $443,800. So realistically, the delta between this and this is $6,200. For doing eXp work for a year, and I didn't even talk about revenue share in the other stock equity, which is you can do 5% of your commissions at a 5% discount in stock. And just remember, you could have brought on more agents or brought on none, and that's all going to play into all of this. So this right here, I have the $149 setup fee and then $85 a month, and that gets you the eXp advantage with all of the cool things, your CRMs, your SkySlope account, your CCU account. Actually, I'll just show you what that is real quick. So that $149 setup fee is realistically, it's activating your eXp World account. It's getting you set up on your CRM. Like I said right here, CRM of choice, choose one of the 3, whichever best fits your needs. And if you're a team lead, you can add additional seats for no additional cost, which is really cool. It gets you set up on Sisu, which is a business management dashboard. I love Sisu. That gets you access to Build a Sign. I already said that, transaction management software. All of these things are included with your $85 a month. Now, there are some additional things that you can opt into, which is the eXp Luxury Program. Commercial, you can sell commercial here as an agent, a residential agent, just not business opportunities. International program, Land and Ranch. We also get access to Regis. That's part of your $85 a month. If you were to get that independently, I think it's like $350 a month. So that's a huge savings. You get access to eXp's healthcare program, all the stock awards we've already talked about, the Icon awards, and incentives. So that is what comes with the eXp split structure. And like I said, I didn't even talk about revenue share, but just know that eXp gives back. If you pay $16,000 into the cap, every time you pay into that, eXp gives your sponsor and their organization part of that money back in company dollar. eXp last year paid back the agents over $171 million in revenue share, which is mind-blowing. And a lot of agents don't even know about this. So let's just say you brought on an agent, a friend of yours joined eXp in another state, and they started selling houses. Every time they paid into the cap, you would get a part of that money just by being the person that they noted as their sponsor. Now, I've had over 1,000 agents join my organization, and I can tell you that the revenue share pays very, very well if you put emphasis into it. And there's all of these tiers and all of these numbers, which can be confusing. So if you want to jump on a call and see how it works, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or even schedule a Zoom down in the description below, and I'll walk you through and we can plan out your business model. I literally just spent an hour on a call with a broker right before this, and we were talking about whether or not eXp was the right move for them and their business and their agents. And it's really exciting because where they're at, they wanted to be partnered up with an agent in their state that knew how to run a physical location. And guess what? Through the eXp co-sponsorship program, which is right here, I am able to co-sponsor with another former brokerage owner, and they're joining both of us. That agent's going to help them. I'm going to help them. And together, all rising tides lift all ships, right? And that's really cool. So that leads me to number 4, which is agents are looking for more support. And what did I just say? We are here to help agents. This revenue share model right here, the $171 million in stock being paid back to agents, we're all shareholders. The way the traditional model works in real estate is brokerages know that agents are on borrowed time. I've seen this time and time again. So if they know that if they are only able to coach you and help you and support you up to $10 million, what are you going to do when you sell $10 million 3 years in a row like myself? I'm going to go looking for another opportunity. I call that the trap model. eXp Realty, what did that stock upgrade say? eXp Realty was built for what? Producing agents. And the reality is we are a growth company. We are not a profit company. However, we are the most profitable brokerage in the country and actually in the world. And that's really amazing considering that when you do the right thing for the agents, the profits follow. It's just like everything else in life. If you do the right thing, good things will come. Now, what type of support does eXp have? So if I pop in here, we have 24/7 support helpline through this 833 number. Also, when you're joining eXp, we have a full-blown onboarding process, which really helps agents, and we have different departments based on your needs. And I've already showed you the support for team growth, solo agent growth, all the things. So the first impression is the lasting impression. So when you come on board, we put you into a onboarding call, which is about 2 hours, and we get all of your systems set up. We get everything activated, and then they're going to stay in touch with you for the next 4 weeks, making sure that you're having a great experience onboarding to eXp. Now, a lot of agents ask me, they say, hey, Jesse, if I sign up for eXp, how long will it take me to onboard? If you told me that you're coming here and you want to join eXp and you applied to come over here tomorrow, you would be onboarded by tomorrow. But a lot of agents say, well, are they going to contact my brokerage? And the answer is no. So what happens is you fill out the application, you put me down as your sponsor, and then you say you're going to come over on X date. Let's just say July 1st is the date you're coming over. On July 1st, eXp is expecting you to come. They don't make you come, and they're not contacting your brokerage. So what they do is they send you a step-by-step instruction. That date comes, you hit them back and say, hey, I'm ready to make the move. They say, fantastic, let your brokerage know you're leaving. Don't ever tell them in advance because then they'll start trying to sweet talk you. It'll be like breaking up with someone. They'll promise you everything. They'll make you all these offers. Or even worse, they'll just cut you off. They'll shut your CRM down and they'll remove you from the systems. And now you don't have 3-4 weeks to make the move. And you're calling me scrambling. Hey, Jesse, I told my brokerage I was leaving and they shut everything down, which has happened multiple different agents. After I've had this conversation with them, because they're like, I'm friends with my agent, they're not going to care. No, they will care. The reason they care is because you're taking money out of their pocket. At the end of the day, everything is all about what? Not money, production. But production in return provides money. And when you're pulling a resource from a broker's pile of money, guess what? And I think that's the reason that eXp is different, is because we are all owners in the company together. In the traditional model, everyone's like, eXp is a pyramid scheme. And I'm like, eXp is like, you're paying 7 levels of support of agents pouring back into you. In a traditional brokerage model, it's like you're paying the franchise owner, you're paying the regional, and then you're paying the main corporation. And they're not sharing that money back with the agents. And yes, there's Keller Williams and other brokerages, but Keller Williams is profit share, not to be confused with revenue share. I was at KW, my whole office for the year paid like 60 grand in profit share, and at eXp, in 1 month of revenue share, I've had over $60,000. So it's a way big difference, even though they try to push that narrative. But so you have this, which is crazy. If you pick up your phone right now and call this number, 833-303-0601, and check and see how they answer. This gets over I think they said 190,000 calls a month, and they have over a 97% success rate with closing tickets. So I want to show you guys eXp World really quickly. If I pop into eXp World and I want to speak to my broker or check out the events training calendar, it's all right here. I've showed you guys where it is on the website, but let's just say I want to speak to my broker. As soon as I pop me into eXp World here, there's usually somebody sitting here. I'm here in the middle of the night, and these are all live people, but you're just like, hey, I'm looking for XYZ. After you go through your onboarding, they'll show you how to do this, and it's super easy. But let's just say I want to go speak to my broker. I just click on the broker room here, and I click on whatever state I'm in. So let's just pick a random state. Let's go to Oregon. It's going to teleport me over into the Oregon room, and there's going to be a receptionist here if I was here during the normal hours, but this is the middle of the night. So here I am, I pop right in, and there's someone here, and there's like, hey Jesse, how can I help you? And you can ask them, or you can just click right here, I have a question, and you can either speak to your broker, you can either talk to them about commissions, or you can talk to them about your contracts, compliance, and sky slope situations. So there is so much support at eXp that your head will absolutely spin off. And this is how agents are able to scale and grow so fast. And I haven't even talked about all the additional layers by joining the right organization. I was just talking about who is eXp right for. And quite honestly, I think if you're an agent that's production focused, whether you're doing 2 deals a year, you're a brand new agent, or you're a team or brokerage owner scaling up. We just were on the call today and they said that eXp is best for producing agents, team owners, and teamerages, which are teams that basically run the biggest team in their brokerage. If you're a franchise owner and you're looking to explore new options, eXp is great. It's just very difficult for real big independent brokerage owners or franchise owners to come into eXp and see the same results in the short run. We always say you got to take 2 steps back to take 1 step forward, and then another forward, and then it just starts exploding. We have one brokerage who had 900 agents come over. They went down to 350, and now they're at over 10,000. And he's like, it took me about 12 months to get back what I was having at my brokerage, but I have absolutely no headaches because eXp is doing all the heavy lifting with regards to, they got out of production, they stopped running their team, and they were just focused on agent attraction here at eXp Realty. So at the end of the day, it's just all about agents that want to do production, learn, grow, scale, rinse, repeat. And there's always a path forward to wherever you want to go. So if you want to have a deeper conversation or see like what joining my organization and then me asking you the right questions to figure out who a great co-sponsor would be, because I think right now co-sponsorship is the greatest opportunity on planet Earth. And this is why one of the reasons that eXp stock got upgraded, because they know we're on the precipice of seeing another massive hockey stick of growth. This is eXp 2.0. I am more excited than ever before, and I hope I have the chance to earn the opportunity to speak directly with you. And maybe we'll be a good fit, and maybe we'll not be, but at the end of the day, we'll figure that out. And until next time, we'll catch you later.